Times in the back of the taxi, I can tell that it's gonna be a long road. Okay, today I am going to attempt doing this because we are present today. It's 28. It's our last day together. Okay, hi everyone. Hold on, make sure we got this together. Okay, let's go over here a little bit more. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get a word for us today. Today's topic is love, and I wanted to cover that topic because 28th year is a year that, or 2019 for me, because I just turned 28. This year has been a new level of understanding of what love is in my life, and I wanted to cover that topic. All the different types of love that I have felt and how I understand love. So right now I wanted to, before we actually get started, do something that we've done on our very first day together on live stream, and that was choosing a card. I shared that when I get overwhelmed and I have a lot of thoughts in my head, I tend to, do you guys see this by the way? I can't really see because the sun. Okay, let's be right there. Yeah, so my very first live stream together for this live stream challenge, we got to see my cards that I use, that I got from a friend for one of my birthdays. She got me these contemplation cards, and I didn't really use them. Like sometimes on a whim, because it was on my bookshelf, I would just pick one card out and then just put it right here. So let's say like right now I'm just gonna pick, just for an example, like I would just be like, in the beginning of the day I would just, oh okay, today I would just pick a card and then I put it in here and I just think of that word throughout the day. But the way I've been using it this year, I've actually been using it every day, and I don't use it just for that. When I get overwhelmed with a lot of thoughts, I just shuffle and I wait till something comes out and then I focus on that. So let's do that for right now together. Happy Wednesday. It's a beautiful day. I wanted to be out. I know today's our last day together for this live stream challenge. So this came out. Spontaneity. Okay, let's do another card. So those are the two cards. Let's do inspiration and spontaneity. So we'll get back to that at the end of the stream. Remember that, inspiration and spontaneity. Okay. Okay. I'm excited. Right now, I am very excited because I'm in the sun and I get to share this present moment with you guys. Being in the sun, just being very present with right now, and I have this overwhelming sense of accomplishment for showing up for myself and for the world for the past 28 days, no matter what happens. And I got to gauge what my pace is with myself and gauging my emotions and being comfortable like trying to understand what my comfort level is. So thank you for being present all these days with me while I got to be present with these core concepts for each age. Before I get started on today's topic, I'm gonna look at chat really quick. Okay. Before I get started, hold on. Let me change it to the song we always listen to together on stream. Butterflies by Caroline. So, by the way, can you guys hear me? I remember last time this was... Okay, I'm gonna check if everyone could hear me first. Let's do that. Hold on, let me check really quick. If you're tuning in, could you let me know if you could hear me? Okay, I'm gonna check if I could hear myself. It's gonna do that. Okay, you guys could hear me. Okay. Let's go back to our song. Okay. I put my headphones on because it's connected to the laptop. Because I also didn't want to get distracted, so I have my earphones on. So, before we get into today's topic for our 28th day together of love, I want to share my takeaways for today's, like my takeaways for this live stream challenge for the past 28 days. Or should I do topic first? I should do the topic first. Okay. So, the reason why I chose today's topic to be love is because I haven't really addressed that in any of the other age groups. So for those of you that are tuning in for the first time today, like this is the first video you've ever watched of me, I created this live stream challenge on my birthday. I just came up with it. It was a structure for me to gauge and experiment my presence. And what I mean by that is I wanted to feel what it feels like to be a part of the world if I'm unapologetically myself and not waiting for other people, other groups, other entities to give me the platform or the opportunity to really like share my energy. So I decided, you know what? Let's try and see like what happens if I am myself within my own constraints and within my own scope of how I understand myself. Like what would that even look like? What would I even do? What would I even talk about? So I didn't feel ready, but there was a part of me when I turned 28 on July 24th where I just had so much energy and I was so ready to be a part of the world, but it felt like I had to like wait for other people or other companies or other like places I've applied to like give me the opportunity to share who I am. And so I decided I'm gonna show up. I don't know what the heck that's gonna look like, but I'm just gonna show up. I just need to get my energy out. So, and by energy, what I mean is my being, my presence. And so I started this 28-day live stream challenge because I turned 28, so the number is meaningful in that way. And each day I decided to focus on a core concept or milestone of the age of the number of the day of the live stream. So day 1 focused on birth and initiation. So when you turn 1 year, when you turn 1, you have your first birthday and you're kind of initiated into social norms. You're initiated into like all these rituals and cultural norms and everything, like you're digesting everything. So that the first day of the live stream was where I spent, I believe, an hour and a half just kind of brain dumping, and also I had no structure of it other than having the topic of the day be something that's a milestone for the age group. So the reason why I thought of that is because I wanted the 28 days to be a space for me to be myself. And what would that feel like? Right? Because for so long I've been waiting for the opportunity to be myself. And yeah, so now on day 28, when I kind of reflected back on all the days that we've had together, I didn't address love. I was addressing transitions, I was addressing, what else did we address? We addressed change, we addressed being present with ourselves, but I didn't address love. And when I say love, for most of you, probably you're thinking about like relationships, but today I wanted to talk about not just relationship love, but also the love, like how do we understand love and the different degrees of love, whether it's self-love, whether it's love, like compassionate love, whether it's expressing love. Like I just wanted to be present with that topic and share my thoughts on that with you guys, my energy. So if you guys want to tune in. Oh, hi. Tim just joined stream. Hi, Tim. Welcome to day 28. It's my last day. Tim says, yes, I can hear you. Nice to see you getting some sun. Thank you. Yes, it's really nice. And today's a Thursday, so not that many people around, so that's good. Yeah, so yeah. I don't have my piano with me, but I am inclined to get my piano and play, but that would have been a little challenging for me, so let's see. How do we do this? So, for age 28, I think everyone's different, but not most of my friends, but in my group of friends, there have been a handful of people who have gotten out of a really intimate long-term relationship. And okay, wait, how do I structure this topic? Okay, because I'm realizing I'm just addressing one thing. Okay, so the way I want to share my time with you guys on this topic is what are the different types of love I want to talk about today. So first is so I'm like really enjoying this sun right now. Oh my goodness. It's so nice. So usually I play the piano when I'm thinking, but right now since I can't just like be sitting and thinking, I want to, or not thinking, but just having ideas come through, I want to dance. Let's dance. I didn't get to dance on stream before, so I'm gonna dance. Let's see. Let's see if this is doable. Okay. So there's a really beautiful tree right here, so I'm gonna try to get that in the frame. I'm gonna dance. Let's see what happens. And I'm gonna think of love and feel love while I do this. Is this the right lighting? Look at that beautiful tree. Okay, I'm gonna listen to. Let's see. So this is a song I'm gonna dance, just feel out. By the way, I don't like. This is expressive dance, so I'll just dance the way I feel. Let's see what happens. But I'm gonna be in the zone of it. Let's see what happens. Okay. Can I see this? Okay. Do you guys see? I can't see. It's like the sun's glaring. I can't see if you guys can see, but. really hope you guys could see. It's like I can't see the screen.
Pray for the next day that I see you. You're the drug that I'm addicted to. I can't with you, but I want to. There's something about those eyes that makes me
By the way, this is
forget
expressive
all
dance. I'm just
his
dancing.
lies. And there's something about your hand in mine that makes me feel alright. Need you to keep me on the ground. 'Cause baby, there's no way around the butterflies. Your eyes are my happy place. And I love the way your hair falls in your face. I get frustrated when your hands do it and you put up the hat. And I know I hate it, but I love your messy hair like that. If this moment passes by too quick, just promise you'll stay here through thin and thick. Never thought I'd fall in love like this, but you took your aim, took your shot, and you didn't miss. There's something about those eyes that makes me forget all his lies. And there's something about your hand in mine that makes me feel alright. Need you to keep me on the ground. 'Cause baby, there's no way around the butterflies. Butterflies.
Oh my god. Okay.
There's glitter on the floor after the party. Girls carrying their shoes down in the lobby. Candle wax and Polaroids on the heart. Don't read the last page, but I stay. When you're lost and I'm scared and you're turning away, I want your midnights. I'll be cleaning up bottles with you. Squeeze my hand 3 times in the back of the taxi. I can tell that it's gonna be a long road. I'll be there for the toast to the town, babe. But if you strike out and you grab home, don't read the last page, but I stay. When it's hard or it's wrong or we're making mistakes, I want your midnights. But I'll be cleaning up bottles with you. Hold on to the memories there. Hold on to you. Hold on to the memories there. Hold on to you. Hold on to the memories there. Hold on to you.
I want to try something different. I want to try something different. I don't know if you guys could see me.
just a single day trying to let yourself go. There's so much left for you to see. Don't change a thing. Be who you're meant to be. Live to be happy and be happy to live. Set your mind free, for there's so much this world has to give. Remember the love and laughs and smiles you ever knew. Remember the people who made your heart feel whole. Remember to stay you and stay beautiful. Stay beautiful. It's okay to say you're not okay. But hey, who stole your smile anyways? You don't have to listen to what they say.
I'm gonna put this on. Hold on.
If you want to, you can make a change. Live to be happy and be happy to live. Set your mind free, for there's so much this world has to give. Remember the love and laughs and smiles you ever knew.
I'm getting a little tired.
Remember the people who made your heart feel whole. Remember to stay you and stay beautiful. Stay beautiful.
There's so many people calling. Looking at me. Okay, anyways, we were present. We were present together. We tried dancing.
Remember to stay
Okay.
and
So another thing I wanted to do today was thank you for being present with me. I'm gonna check stream right now.
stay beautiful.
Okay. Thank you so much for being present with me while I just danced. To be honest, I was a little self-conscious because there's people coming home from work. So, with that in mind, I literally just let go. Okay, I'm gonna go on that side because there's
Nothing compares to the way you hold me.
Alright guys.
Take my hand, please don't let me go. Take as long as you got. This night is going to soon.
Let's just put it there.
Pray for the next
Okay, so I'm gonna talk now. let's talk. To be honest, I was a little self-conscious, so I don't know what happened, but thank you for being present with me. Yay. And I've never danced to those two songs before, but I wanted to do it for our community here because you guys have watched me grow with the intro being these songs. So again, it's Butterflies by Caroline on SoundCloud. Okay, so let's do this love topic. So, love. I think my relationship with the feeling of love has been painful because I have been constantly trying to just understand myself, and even though I thought I was trying to understand and listen to other people that I share my love with, whether it was with another individual who was in a relationship with me, or whether it was friends, whether it was family, I was very egoic in that I was giving in the way that I understand, but I didn't know how they would feel about it, and I thought because I was so in love that would be okay. Like they would understand, like it's coming from a place of love. But to them it was hurting because they didn't know what to do with it. It was like burdening them. And so in the context of relationship, if I were to just focus on one type of love, in the context of relationship, I think what I realized is it's really important to pace myself first and understand why I feel a certain way. And if I do communicate how I feel to the other individual and they don't understand, they're at their pace, so they can't possibly understand where I'm coming from because they themselves are pacing themselves within themselves. So I think love is tricky, right? It's tricky when we think too much of the other person. I think if we think of the other individual more than ourselves, I think that's where the disconnect is. And also extending to other types of ways we could share our love with family and with friends, I recognize it's the same thing. If we are overextending ourselves by... As it was happening, I didn't know that I was overextending. I always thought it was my organic way of expressing, but I didn't. It came from a place where I was insecure in myself, and I think I was trying to like prove to the world and to people that are around me that I really care about that I'm okay. I think I was trying to be strong, but it came from a place where I was trying to be strong. It wasn't coming from the understanding, the groundedness that I am currently working on. And that is confronting the things that really scare me, confronting the insecurities I have and not brushing it off, but really taking time to understand what that is. And for me, for the longest time, even outside of the relationship I recently was in, I was so insecure because I felt like I didn't have... I felt like I did all the things I was supposed to do in terms of like working hard, following my passion, everything, but it even then came from a place of... Well, most recently, it came from a place of me feeling rushed to make decisions. Like it didn't stem from groundedness. So no matter how much you love someone or your family, I think it's best to take care of yourself first. And I could see this also in my family, where I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about my mom, but I was just about to, but I'm gonna just focus on myself. Okay, so I recognized in my family dynamic that there is so much pain involved because I feel like I think I was raised to think overextending is a healthy form of love and energy exchange, but I realized that ultimately leads to burnout for both parties involved. And so one important lesson that I learned for love, of how to share my love and how to receive love, for extending out my love, whether it's to friends or to my parents or to my coworkers, I think it should first stem from me understanding my awareness of myself first and having I feel so privileged because I had this last few months kind of forced in this situation where I had to confront my insecurities and confront my inner traumas, and I was kind of forced in this situation in life to pace myself in that way. So I'm fortunate that I had this opportunity to really work on that, whether it's through learning how to have different methods of releasing those traumas, trying not to understand it, but understand that within the trauma, what happened, how that has affected me and why it's affected me to the point where I was hurting myself. So the hardest lesson that I think I had this past few months, that I finally think I understand what my lesson was you really have to take care of yourself. It's not a selfish thing. I have to be strong to be there for other people. And I realized, yes, I was there. I was there for people around me last year, previous years, but I've been overextending myself, and that was my way of taking control of the pain that I felt inside. Like I had to just give, because I think I didn't face what I really had to face, and that was myself, if that makes sense. So, and the reason why the title is, hold on. Yeah, the reason why the title for today, I wrote presence, awareness, gratitude, it's all one, unfold your being now. For love, I think, and when I say love, it's like, I think I just covered like the energy I share with people I care about, like care a lot about. They're my close friends, they're my go-to person, they're my family, whoever they are. I talked about it in that context, but if I were to talk about it in, let's see, what am I trying to say? Compassion. So I realized, after realizing that I've overextended myself, then I came around to the thought of, what have I gotten from this friendship or this relationship or this connection? So then I thought, why am I thinking about it like that? Love is love. So then I was trying to find compassion for those I felt betrayed by. Betrayed meaning I felt like I was taken for granted, and I felt like I was taken for granted, And so I had to learn how to embody compassion again, because I couldn't intellectually, I understood that I loved this person, but I couldn't find compassion. I was like, I don't understand why this individual betrayed my trust. I don't understand why this individual betrayed my love. Like, because they haven't reciprocated, or because they haven't even allowed me to understand what's going on. And so I couldn't find I couldn't feel compassion for this person. I was like, what's wrong with this person? But then what I realized from that lesson of going through all that was, and I think this is why I emphasize this a lot in all of my streams, the thing about pace. I recognized whoever you feel betrayed by, they are going through their own pace in life. No matter how long you've known this individual, no matter how long you've worked with them, something inside of them or something that happened in their life affected them for their pace. Something happened where their pace was shifting. And of course that's going to affect you, because you're used to things being a certain way, or open communication, but their pace have changed. So that helped me a lot to feel compassion again, and I understood, okay, love is just one thing. Like, I was expecting, and I was in a place of not grounding my own self. And to be honest, last year I've been trying so hard to ground myself. I did make efforts, but I think I didn't know how to balance that desire with the pace of the world. I didn't know how to balance that. And I think it was because perhaps I needed this time I needed actual silence in my life. Like, I needed to not have a job. I needed to not be in a relationship. I needed to not be in contact with any friends. I needed to have silence to really, really hear myself. Like, what am I comfortable with? Where does my energy feel most fulfilled? Or where does it feel like it's flowing and not blocked? And so I recognized this feeling of love and compassion. I think it comes after, at least from my recent experience, I feel as if it comes after we each have confronted our most deepest insecurities. And not to say, if you feel that you feel like lighter and you feel less burdened, that like you'll feel compassion for everyone all the time. But at this pace right now, in my experience of love and compassion, I do feel compassion towards every sentient being that crosses my path. And I recognize that my way of talking kind of shifted, like, oh, each to their own, or they're probably going through something, or their pace is different than mine. It's fine. Like, and right now I feel like that pace, that way of thinking, and that approach to life is a lot more healthier to me, because it feels a lot more aligned to me, and it feels right to me, in that I am myself, and someone's reaction or someone's like, I'm trying not to change who I am for other people, if that makes sense. So I'm really happy. And this live stream challenge, the past 28 days, spending it really articulating my thoughts and my energy with you guys, I feel grounded, and I don't feel anxiety about worldly things right now. because I think it's harder to do that if you're a part of the, I think it's harder if you're like so into, if your energy is in work all the time. Like I feel like it's so hard to like get yourself to really get grounded. So for me, at my pace, I felt that this was really helpful. I'm gonna look at chat because I haven't been looking. Oh no, is it not working? Is it not working, guys? Hold on. But yeah, I think for me, it feels very healthy and balanced to, like, I feel like at this point, I feel like I don't have to explain myself. Like I have this knowing inside myself. And so I don't feel like, and this is outside of love. I think just my, like, how I feel in my body, my energy, I feel like I'm like unapologetically just like being myself, and that's a huge improvement to me, because I always felt like even when I'm with my family, they ask me frequently like, oh, like what's wrong or what, like, but like there's nothing wrong with me. I don't know why people think there's something wrong with me, but like I get that question a lot, like, are you okay? And I'll be like, yeah. But I feel calm. I feel less anxiety about where I'm at because I already know. Like I have this knowing. It's not like, oh, I know that I am looking for it's not that knowing. It's like this, it's the thing that I've been trying to express in my streams about recognizing your awareness, your being, the fact that you woke up this like life force within you. The way I think, so I've been watching, this is gonna sound so weird, but I've been watching Jim Carrey's interviews. Jim Carrey, if you don't know who that is, he's an actor, like a very famous actor who starred in, I think the first movie he got famous for was The Mask. I don't know if you guys remember that. Like he has expressions like, and but yeah, like his way of thinking is very unconventional in that he kind of takes it to the extreme with the whole being thing. He says everything you need and want is already within you. But you have to believe that wholeheartedly, and you will see that life will present you with opportunities to help you get to your ideal, like who you are meant to be. Like it's already within us, but when we wholly believe that we are who we are already, then life presents you with opportunities to help you get to your being. And that resonated with me a lot, because I remember when things started happening for me back in 2014, I remember everything was last minute. I found opportunities that helped me get to where I wanted to be in that point of my life, but because I believed that somehow it's gonna work out, but I was very certain of the like what I wanted. I knew it was already like within me, so I resonated with that, and I'm trying to tap into that mindset again, and that energy where not doing things last minute, but recognizing I already have what I want, and it's just a matter of me manifesting it. And manifesting it, not saying like wishful thinking, but I'm saying like being open to signs. And I've always been big on signs, but in a deeper way, like understanding that worry about the future is a sign that I don't believe in myself. Like, and right now, each day I'm actually working on like I do see signs where I have to act, and I do those things, and I'm so happy. And if I bring it back to the topic of love, hold on. If I bring it back to the topic of love today, oh, it's such a nice day outside. Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? Hold on. Can you guys still hear me? No, you guys can't even see. I'm just gonna skip this. If I bring it back to the topic of love, this year I've definitely shifted my focus on taking care of myself and my energy. And before this move to this new place in July, May and June were the most difficult times for me. And before that, I was actually, yes, like listening to my, like I understood things happen for a reason, and I understood the path I was on was the perfect path. Like I needed to get through what I went through, the painful, traumatic experience I had. For me, it was traumatic. And the way out was for me to eventually get to the place where I face myself. And so I did that by reconnecting with people who like has seen me, has like seen who I am, like my unfiltered self, like me. And when I got back from those travels, I realized I had to face myself again. And so I think, again, like I've mentioned this in a previous stream, but this journey of really valuing ourselves, it has to be a daily thing. Like for me, I thought like because I feel so strongly one day that it would carry on to the following days, and I just have to focus on other things I have to turn to for like worldly things. But it's not. So instead of saying self-love, I want to say having awareness of one's energy. And I feel we always have the energy within us. It's a matter of us listening to fear or love. And that's what Jim Carrey says. And my really good friend, he said, each moment you have two decisions you can make. One is resistance, and one is to allow, to flow. And so I feel like during the time I was stuck physically, mentally, spiritually, everything, when I just wanted to disappear, this happened for weeks, I was resisting because I realized I couldn't fully let go of the past, like how things have been, how things should have been. And I wasn't here. I wasn't honoring here, so how am I gonna get to the next step if I'm not even here yet? I'm still here. So yeah. So then my focus started shifting to the now. That's why I keep emphasizing the now, being present with my being, my awareness, and it's really helped me a lot. Putting things into perspective have been so much easier. So instead of me thinking about what happened in the past that changed my life, instead of thinking of that and why that happened, I've been like I started to focus my energy and my everything here. And what's really, really fascinating is I recognize things have started to happen for me. So even can you guys even see me? Hi guys, welcome to stream. Today is day 28. You guys can't see it, but it's day 28. Some of you have joined us just now. Today's our last day, guys. Thank you so much for being present with me all these days. If you trickled in throughout the middle of the stream, today's our last day. I've been doing this for the past 28 days. I've been sharing my stream of consciousness, my thoughts, my presence, unfiltered. And if I try to filter it, I do share that I filter it. But that hasn't happened until like recently. So I think and it's coming from a place of groundedness. Which means also when I say that, it's like I recognize the agency in my thoughts. Like I don't feel, like I'm trying not to get attached to, I'm trying to train myself to each day, each moment. I'm trying to hear myself. Hear myself in that I want to know how I actually feel about something instead of, because I tend to like latch onto, like if I really care about someone, I resonate with them, and then like I kind of get myself clouded, if that makes sense. So I've gotten much better at speaking up for myself, and not from a place of like, I think like this and I don't agree with you, not like that, but like just this awareness. I feel a lot more healthier, and I value myself, and I feel like myself again. I don't feel like I'm so heavily full of anxiety, or I don't feel, because the thing about love, not just with relationships, but even with your family or your friends, I tended to be the person who overextends myself, even if it is at the cost of my own whatever it is. I just, if I see something or witness something where I can help, even at the expense of my own like pace, I just did it. And I did that for like all of my friendships and all of my relationships. So now I'm trying to shift the focus to me first, and then interacting with others from a place of groundedness. So thank you for being present with me on my pace right now. And I know this isn't a normal thing. Like, people are always going through something, but for me, this is what worked for me. This was my way of feeling out what it's gonna look like, what it's gonna feel like, what it's going to be if I am just myself with the world. And I recognized, like, I recognize what that feels like now, to just like speak unfilteredly and be present with the world. And so I want to thank you for tuning in the past 28 days, and I just feel so much better. I feel healthier. I want to keep saying that, because even when I started this live stream challenge on the first day, on July 25th, my energy was eager to be shared with the world. I didn't know what it's gonna look like what I would say, but my energy, meaning like my awareness, was kind of all over the place still. So that was why in my streams I've been clarifying my intention of why I am being present with the world in the way that I am. And now I can tell you confidently that the way I took part in the world with my energy was definitely unconventional. It wasn't to I wanted to connect with others. I wanted to share my energy, and it wasn't to well, what like the pace that I have is very, I think, unique, because I don't think other people would, as they're trying to figure themselves out, do a live stream. And yeah, so I know it's really unconventional, but I want to thank you for being open-minded and being a part of this journey with me and being very kind, and also sharing what you're going through, because that means a lot to me. Because for someone that has experienced being stuck and not even being able to articulate what the heck I'm feeling, even to my family, the pace that I was at, I recognize how important and how special it is if someone is sharing something about their life. The reason I'm doing it right now, again, my intention was to gauge what it would feel like if I am unfiltered to the world, because for so long I haven't been able to be unapologetically myself. I would feel like I had to hide parts of myself, or I had to act a certain way, because I didn't see value in just my own existence. I felt like I didn't belong on this world. Like I felt like I was too much anywhere I went. But now I'm different. I feel that, yes, I am different and I am unique, but there's a very specific reason why, and that's because we each are very different. And when we sense that we are different, we tend to think everyone else is the same, in that like everyone is doing what they're supposed to do and they're so okay with it. Like they're doing it, they're making it out in life, like they're making so much money, like they're doing what they love. But everyone is going through their own thing, and that's great that the pace that they had allowed them to get all that manifested into their life. But I didn't have that pace, and I have a unique pace right now that I recognize I do have a pace, and I needed time to myself to really face my fears and my insecurities, to understand what they even were. And it was that, like, I didn't think I was I always thought I had to be prepared for things. I had to, and I do, but it came from a place of me not valuing myself. I always felt like I had to be someone else to get a job. I had to be someone else to and when I say always, it's like the past 4 years. So with that said, my relationship with love, take care of yourself. And when I say that, because everyone has different opinions about what that means, for me right now it means being aware of my pace with myself. And when I say pace, I mean like when you feel aligned, like when you feel energetically aligned. And we're not going to reach that balance all the time, but in each moment we make the effort to be very honest with ourselves about how we feel, about how we think, and we act from there. We act from a place of being ourselves, like being aware. And so that's what I'm working on, loving myself in that way. And I also think I have a different, I feel like I have a different understanding of love now. There's people up there. Okay, I just looked at the clock because I recognized that we are coming to an end to the stream. Okay, so love is something that you can share with okay, I need to define what love is first. Okay, so love is when you get to share your whole self with someone. And for me, I I needed to love myself first, because I didn't know who I was, because I was so focused on other people's energies or understanding other people's motives or like other people's intentions or other people's way of thinking so that I could be with them, because I love them so much. But and I care about them. I want to be there for the people I love, and I want to be there if I can, like for the people, like even if my presence is healing, like I want to be there for them. But I recognize I didn't give myself that time. I was so eager to share myself that I didn't take the time to have like special time with myself, because I've been always on the go helping people. And so now that I shifted that focus, and now like next month I'll be integrated into society, I know now how important it is to take time to myself to really understand like why I feel the way I do, and coming from a place of groundedness, not trying to think of it from the other person, but for me, like think of me first. So I got that down, and I know that importance now, and I know what that means on another level to take care of yourself. So yeah, that, and what else can I share about love? And what I experienced is when you recognize that those that you love, let's take family for example, when you see them in need of help, but you're also in a dire need of like time to like build your life, I think it's best to, because the way I lived was I was always there for my family no matter what, and I think conventionally that is the right way to go, but I feel like for me it ultimately led to a burnout. So what I'm working on is communicating that something is just not right for me. Like I don't feel like I can't give that energy because my pace is that I can't. Like I see that you need help, but I can't. And so that may sound very like, oh my gosh, what is like, you're not going to be there for your family. I think that is being there for your family, because you're being honest with yourself, and you're being honest to them about how you feel and where you're at, like your pace. And so I think it's first, again, important to take care of yourself. I need to like hone that into myself, because that is one of the hardest lessons I had to learn, by like literally punishing myself and then recognizing, holy crap, why am I punishing myself? I wasn't listening to why I was hurt. I was hurt because I felt abandoned. I felt taken for granted. It was always reactionary to what the other person did. But I didn't focus on myself, if that makes sense. So my takeaway for love is, no matter what situation you're in, whether it's friendship, relationship, family, coworker, whatever, focus on yourself first. And it's coming from a person who literally broke. I broke. I was like, I couldn't function, and I was debilitated by my role in life, because I disappeared, because there was, okay, yeah, but take care of yourself first, love yourself first, and by love I mean focus on yourself. Love is about focus. Like, where do you give your focus to? That's who you love. That's what you care about. So love yourself. And why don't I see everyone's chat here? Sorry, I don't see anyone like writing anything. Hold on. Because I see some people have joined us on stream right now. Let me see. I'm reloading the page. I hear my mother. What? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, hi. Okay, so I just refreshed my YouTube page and I see the chat now because on my other page I can't see chat. So, hi Noah, welcome to stream. It's our last day together. It's our last day together. It is the 28th day. But yeah, welcome to stream. Oh yeah, it's out of battery. Is it out of battery? It's out of battery again. It's okay. We'll just listen to it here. Okay, so before I end the stream soon, I would like to open up you guys to, or I would like to invite you guys to share your thoughts on love. However that resonates with you guys. I have to end stream soon, so okay. My takeaways on love. I've been repeating the same thing over and over again, so also it doesn't have to come from okay. I think you will attract the right people in your life, meaning no, not that. Okay, how do I think the biggest takeaway from this live stream challenge, the 28-day live stream challenge, is first, the biggest takeaway for me when I think about, reflect on it, it's definitely do you. Do you. And when I say do you, there is this like knowing within you that like when you get to the place where you are aware of yourself, meaning like you have understood your traumas, meaning like you've accepted why you fear certain situations or why you fear certain topics because of this trauma, or like you recognize that part, you may have not healed from it, meaning like it still affects you, but you recognize the things that trigger you. You are open to understanding what bothers you. Like you're not avoiding it. You're like, okay, like yes, I'm still hurt by this, but because for me, I feel like for the longest time I've been trying to mask it, like trying to be strong and saying like, oh, like I just have to focus on myself, but like I did this, like I wasn't, like I got hurt, but then I was like, like I don't even want to deal with it, so like I didn't heal it, I didn't acknowledge it, like the emotions, the feeling of what hurt. Like I had to go through the motions and go through like understanding it in different ways. But what it came down to was I felt at peace when I recognized that I wasn't focusing on myself really. Because if I have to focus on myself, I have to acknowledge the things that have happened to me. I can't just forget about it. I just can't like mask what happened, or I can't. So whether it was from my childhood or whether it was from last year, end of last year, I have really faced those, in that I resurfaced it and I thought about it and my role in it and how I actually feel. And even though it's an ugly thing to feel, like about myself, like who I am, like who I've became, I faced it. I'm like, okay. And then shifting that to focusing like presently, like wherever I'm at, I'm like very present with who I'm with. I'm very present with like right now. And if I find myself having nostalgic thoughts or memories of the past, the reality that used to be, I also get it out. I get it out by talking it out, or I get it out by journaling. And that's helped a lot to me. And the anxiety, the relationship I have with the future, I don't. because as long as I'm honoring right now, I believe that I seriously believe something big will happen. Like, my mission in life, no matter where it takes me, my biggest responsibility is to be my highest, truest, purest self. And so even if it doesn't make sense to other people, I will be at peace because I am myself. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. I feel so much more healthier and more confident in my own skin, in that I'm at peace with where I'm at. So thank you for tuning in for the past 28 days and seeing me grow and understand myself throughout these topics. And I hope some topics helped you, and helped you clarify maybe some tangled things you were working through. If not, maybe it was an opportunity for you to reflect on those topics, because we have went through 28 different topics that we all must have come across universally, because we've all been 1 year old, we've all been 2 years old, we've all been 3 years old, and so on and so forth. So if anything resonated throughout the live stream challenge, please let me know in the comments below. It could be from day 1, it could be from day 5, anything. If anything made you feel in any way, just please let me know by either clicking the thumbs up or clicking the thumbs down. I just really want to know if you were present with me while I unfolded. And there are some takeaways that I have put on not a PowerPoint slide, but after I end the stream, there will be 3 gifts that I have for you guys at the end of this stream. So stay tuned after I not log off, but I'm going to share some stuff. Let me see, I actually didn't set that up, so I'll do that right now. But I'm gonna look at chat. Tim says, I hope you will continue to make some follow-up streams. So this is not the end, but a new beginning. Tim also says, I have been in the same relationship for the past 19 years. Wow, congratulations, that's so long. There will always be give and take on life. We try to talk things out when there are disagreements. Yeah, I think communication is underrated. Oh, that's one thing I didn't cover in one of my topics, communication. But Tim, it sounds like, 19 years is a long time. That's amazing. What I learned is I think I couldn't have, communication didndidn't work out for me in certain situations. Like, I would either get really stuck because I didn't understand my pace. Like, I was so ungrounded, and I didn't know where to start. Like, I didn't know how to share. Like, yeah. So now I feel so much better. So hopefully the communication that happens, not hopefully, but the communication that happens from now on is clear and transparent, because I'm not trying to be nice. I'm not trying to be nice. I'm not trying to be, I don't know, because the thing is, I wanted peace around me, so I didn't want to get into disagreements or anything. I wasn't always like that, but the past few years I've been very, I couldn't hear who I was. But now I could hear myself loud and clear. So, but it's an ongoing process. But thank you for sharing that. James says, I never thought 28 days will be done. I know. I can't believe it's been 28 days. To be honest, with my timeline that I understand with my body and my mind and spirit, I feel like it's been a year. The 28 days together, guys, I feel like it's been a year. And I think it's because I've been very present with my intentions, and I've been present with each interaction I had. I've been very present. I've been open. I've been transparent. I want to thank you guys for holding me accountable to do that, and being present for this part of my life, because it's an important part of my life because each moment is important, but this is where I'm opening up. Like, I've closed myself so much, and I thought I wasn't, but I was. But now that the 28-day live stream challenge is over, I'm going to try to live each day with the way I've been interacting with you guys. Not sharing my whole life story like I've done with you guys, but not whole life story, but like opening up like very personal things. But I have gotten my self-confidence back, the knowing of my self-awareness, of where I stand, my pace. So thank you for gifting that to me by being present with me and being kind in this presence. Okay, so for takeaways, I have slides for you guys. Hold on. Let's see if I could do that. Hold on. Let me get it open. I have 15% battery left, so I have to say bye to you guys really soon, but let me get everything out. Okay. So while we were present together, I want to give us a moment to really be present together wherever you're at. Even if you're watching this in a future time, we'll be together in presence and energetically. So I want you guys to close your eyes. We're gonna end the stream here, guys. Let's close our eyes. Okay, I have 15% battery. It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna play the song that we first started out together for this live stream challenge on day 1. This is called Butterflies by Caroline. I want you guys to close your eyes. Be present with me. Okay, hold on. Okay. Close your eyes. I want you guys to take a deep breath in with your nose and out with your mouth. In with your nose, out with your mouth. Okay. Now I want you to really gauge how you feel right now. If you feel confusion, that's fine. If you're feeling happy, that's fine. If you're feeling angry, that's fine. Whatever you're feeling, say it out loud. How do you feel? Say it out loud right now, wherever you're at. Just say how you feel. I feel reflective. Okay, so now when I asked you guys to close your eyes and also to tell me or to say out loud how you feel, did you have a hesitation of how to respond? Like, did you have a hesitation like, yeah, how do I feel? Or was it like, oh, I feel chill, or like, because that is you gauging your pace. If you had a hesitation because you were like, you have mixed feelings, and it's not always black and white, but if you feel like there's like cloudiness within you, like you're not sure, like, and also you don't have to define how you feel every moment, but this is just an exercise for you to gauge your pace. Use that as a tool, you know, like tell yourself, how do I feel right now? If you feel everything is so too fast paced, remember to breathe the way we did. You could do it four times. And yeah, so that's a way you could pace yourselves and gauge where you're at energetically. Take a deep breath in again with your nose. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now I want you to think about how you felt when we were alive together. This was a challenge that I set out for myself, to be present with the world, unapologetically, unfiltered, being present with the world. So with that intention, I want to ask you guys, that even way of thinking, just to like have an intention of giving yourself an hour or two to just have an intentional space to just be freely yourself, unfiltered. You don't have to think about your boss. You don't have to think about your friend. You don't have to think about your parents. You don't have to think about anything or anyone. When you think about that, do you give yourself that hour or 2 hours or 15 minutes to just yourself, detaching yourself and just kind of recentering yourself? I'd like to invite you guys to just think about that and reflect on that, however you may take from it. Okay, now finally I want to ask you one more question. And please have your eyes closed still, because I know like watching something is distracting. When was the last time you recall smiling inside out? Think of like a mother or a father smile. When was the last time you had that kind of moment? When was the last time you had like a zone out period where you're just like, oh my god, I love my life, or like I love where I'm at, or I love how I feel right now? That's a lot of questions, but if you were able to bring something up, remember how that feels, and remember that you have access to how that feels each moment of your life. It's only a decision between resistance or flowing. Then with that, breathe in again with your nose. Breathe out with your mouth. One more. And I want you to open your eyes slowly when you're ready. Okay, guys. Our stream of consciousness that has lasted 28 days for topics that resonate with the age collective of each age group up until 28. We did that. We did that together. We built a strong foundation in that we were present with very core elements of each age group. We are 28 days old. I am 28 days old. I feel good. And also, I know in the beginning of the stream we picked 2 cards together. One was spontaneity and one was inspiration. I want you guys, these are my 2 gifts for you guys. Embrace the spontaneity in you. Don't think it's reckless. There's a reason why you're feeling some way. Let your creativity flow. Don't fear it. There's a reason why you feel it. Be inspired. Keep yourself inspired. And you don't even have to like actively be inspired. Like, just be present with the moment and things will just show up in your life. Whether they're butterflies like me, like I've seen so many butterflies lately, or whether it's being inspired by you guys. Also, with that, I'm also going to share another gift. 3 gifts. If I could get the things to open up. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I have 7% battery. That's my cue. Hold on. Hold on. Scene, media source. Okay, hold on. Not freaking out, because that's what we learned. Why isn't it showing up? Holy crap. Okay, not that. Image. Okay, image. Okay. I'm going to share, okay, this is the last time you guys will be seeing me as a part of this 28-day live stream challenge. Thank you so much for being present with me. You're going to see 3 messages from me before I sign off, but this will be the last time you see me as a part of this live stream challenge. Thank you so much for making it through with me and for watching me, witnessing me grow. I hope something resonated with you and that you took something away from the energy that we shared together. Thank you so much, wherever you're at. Again, the pace you're at is where you're supposed to be. Even if it hurts, maybe you're supposed to learn something. You are strong enough as is. So I believe, and I really strongly believe, and I believe again and again, that you are where you're at for a reason. And you are you. So with that, I'm going to say bye. Be kind to yourselves. Again, you guys could reach out to me by commenting on any of my videos. And I wish you guys the best each day. And oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I have to do the OA dance. Oh my gosh, I have to do the OA dance. I'm gonna do the OA dance. I'm gonna do the OA dance before I leave. 4%. Wait, okay. John, do the OA dance. Oh my god. People are watching. Wait. Compares to the way you hold me in your arms. Wait. Take my hand and please don't let me go. I forgot. It's a risk I'm willing to take as long as you are. And if this night is gone too soon, I forgot, guys. I'll pray for the next day that I see you. You're the drug that I'm addicted to. Okay, with that, I'm going to share my last gifts with you guys. Bye guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna look at chat one last time. Thank you, Noah, thank you so much. I am so excited for you guys to unfold in life, and please stay in touch with me by commenting on my videos and subscribing if you haven't already. And I don't know how my days will turn out, but I'm gonna be my full self each day. So if I happen to be streaming again, I hope you guys could catch me. And I love you guys so much. Thank you so much again for your presence and your honesty with me. I believe that because I was honest, you guys were honest, so thank you. Okay, I'm gonna share my gifts with you before 3%. Oh my gosh. Bye guys, thank you so much. Bye. Okay. Bye, bye, bye. Okay, how do I do this? Okay. This moment passes by too quick. Just promise you'll stay here through thin and thick. Never thought I'd fall in love like this, but you took your aim, took your shot, and you didn't miss.